Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a plan with me using a kit from Shine Sticker Studio. I really love this kit. I think the artwork is so adorable, and we are into the second week of October, right? Yeah. So I just thought this would be perfect. I have little deco sticker sheets and the kit. I think it was only 2 pages that I got. This is not the full kit. And then I confused myself, and then I remembered, oh, because I got the Traveler's Notebook version of the kit, which also had day covers, weekend banner, and stuff, and that is why I didn't get that for the other kit. So this is what I have to work with for this spread. I hope you enjoy watching the plan with me. I'll pop in and out every now and then to tell you what's going on each day, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, let's get started. So you know the drill. I like to start my spread off doing the bottom washi. I really just feel like it sets up the tone for the whole plan with me and like really gets me in the mood to do the spread. I don't know, it's just the quickest way to get some of that artwork down, and it just makes me excited. So that's why I typically like to start with the bottom washi. And then I go in with the day covers because it messes with my brain seeing it unbalanced like that, where the bottom is done but the top is empty. So this is how my brain works. I don't know. So I just go in with the day covers, and then I work my way through Monday to Sunday. Once that was done, I needed to decide which sticker boxes I was going to use. I intentionally got part of the kit in the light skin tone and the Traveler's Notebook kit in the dark skin tone so that I could mix and match my little witches. And I also really wanted the Traveler's Notebook kit for the extra half boxes that it came with. So I love when they release those little kits. They don't do it for all of the stuff that they put out, and I wish they did, because I would buy those every single time. So here I'm just, you know, deciding which stickers are going to go where, what I think is going to look best, how I want to balance each side of my planner. There's a whole thought process that I go through when I'm putting down full box stickers, so yeah, I don't know if anyone else plans their weeks out like that, but I need to do it this way for my sanity. This is when I decided to pull some of the deco that I had from the kit and use it to cover up those circles on my day covers, because I already have the dates really big above them and I'm not going to try to cover those. So covering the circles with deco is always a really good tip I have when you're stuck with an issue like that. And it looks really cute like when it's done, so it's a win-win. And I really liked how it came out. I feel like the moon sticker I struggled a little bit with, but I ended up making it work. So yeah, I love how this looks. And then it was time to start planning out my days. So on Monday, I wanted to make sure that I took note of the Ultimate Planner sale being announced, because I really wanted to shop that. So I wanted to pay attention and make sure that I was paying attention to which shops were participating. And then I wanted to mark that it was Chuseok, which is like the Thanksgiving, I guess you could call it, of South Korea. I like that celebration, so I like seeing what people do for their holiday. And then I added that box sticker because my husband made dinner that night. If you were to ask me what he made, I have no idea. I can't remember, but I'm sure it was delicious. And then I was checking to see the sizing of these deco stickers because I really wanted to use a couple of them. So I put them in that little white space, and I did end up writing under the bat that I took my youngest son to get Taco Bell that day after school because he had such a really good day at school, and I felt like he deserved a reward, so that is what we did that day. And then on Tuesday, I got up at 1 in the morning. 1 in the morning that day. I could not go back to sleep for anything, so I just stayed up. And then, it was also a harvest moon. And then my husband told me that a guy coming to install a screen on our screen door in the front door, like, was coming. So I couldn't even take a nap that day. So, yeah. And I was feeling really nauseous that day for some reason. So that's what I ended up writing in that purple box. And then I was thinking, I really wish I had bigger boxes or different size boxes. And then I remembered that I have a bunch of boxes from Shine Sticker Studio, and her colors usually don't change that much from kit to kit. So I knew that they would match this one really well. So I pulled some of those out and I was comparing the colors, and I decided to go with like one of the bigger green boxes, and I love how it looks. I used that green box to write that I wanted to post, and I also went to bed at 7:45 that night because I was so exhausted. And then I just filled the rest of the space in with a couple more pieces of deco. The the little sticker of Luna poking out of the pumpkin is probably my favorite out of the whole kit and the full box. So yeah, I just love that one. And I was like, I have to use it again in here. I do end up using it one more time also because I love it so much, but also I wanted to bring more orange into the kit. So on Wednesday, I also pulled one of those bigger purple boxes from that extra sheet, and I used that to mark my daughter's book fair and how much money we gave her for that. And my to-dos for that day consisted of watching a tango stream. His name is Tango, and I watched that. It was pretty long, I think. And we had dinner. I just wrote dinner. I don't know if I cooked it, picked it up. I don't know if my husband made it. No idea, but dinner happened. And then I went to bed that night at 10 p.m. This is the start of like my better sleep schedule, and I'm still consistently hanging on to it, and I'm really proud of that. And the last thing that I wrote for that day was that my oldest son stayed home because he wasn't feeling good, so he was home from school that day. So then moving on to Thursday. Oh wait, weekend banner first, of course, because sometimes I have a bad habit of forgetting to put the weekend banner, even though the sticker is like right there in my face. Sometimes I still forget. So yeah, then moving on to Thursday, I went to Dunkin' in the morning. For those that remember me mentioning, I have now been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. If you're new here, yep, that's a recent diagnosis. So one of the things that I've had to adjust is Dunkin'. I don't want to give it up, and I hate black coffee. So what I do is I just order a medium with no sugar, and I will only drink half of it and put a lot of ice, and then I'll drink the other half the next day, and I add some Splenda to it to help make it a little bit more palatable for myself. So that is why I still get Dunkin'. And then on that day in the blue box, I also wrote that my youngest son and my oldest son now were staying home from school because they were both feeling bad. So I did end up going to Dollar General to get them like Gatorade and stuff, but I also bought a bunch of candles. I still haven't posted that haul, but I plan to on TikTok. And then I was doing laundry that day. I also went to Save-A-Lot because I needed ice. And then my husband picked us dinner up that night. And then on Friday, I put that other decorative full box there because it was like a list of things to do. And on that day, I did a plan with me, I think. Maybe it was, I don't know. I filmed something. So I put that there. And then the green box with the banner was used for a song release that I was really excited for by a Japanese artist named Fujikaze. He went viral in like 2020. But anyway. And then in the orange box, I wrote down that I watched Sense and Sensibility, which was a 3-episode series that released on BBC, and I'd never seen it before, and I really actually enjoyed it, which made me very happy because I didn't like the book. So I'm really glad that I liked that. And then on Saturday, that big pink box is for Jimin because it was his birthday. So I wrote really big in it, Happy Jimin Day. And I put a little cake sticker by Bellatini on it. You can see that in my Instagram photo when I post it. And then my to-dos for that day were to film and post, and then post on Instagram, and go to bed early. That was like my main focus that day, was a lot of social media stuff, which I'm pretty proud of myself for. So round of applause, shoulder pats for me. And Sunday was a pretty chill day. The only like big thing that I really did was deep clean the fridge. So like take everything out of it, completely sanitize and really scrub down the whole entire fridge and all the shelves and everything. That was my big to do. So I got that out of the way. My husband picked up my prescription for me because now I'm taking metformin, and I'm pretty sure the kids, or maybe not the kids, my youngest son, I feel like he went and spent the night on the 11th at his aunt's house, and then my husband and my daughter went to go get him on that Sunday. So he got my prescription on the way home from getting our son. And then later on that evening, I did my daughter's nails, and I used some like space galaxy looking gel strips, and they came out really, really good. She loves them. They're still on, like they last really well if you apply them correctly. And then, okay, so that was my whole week. So here I just decided, let me consolidate my stickers because I still have a decent amount. So if I want to use them in like a smaller planner or something, I'll just have them all on one, well, not one, but like less sticker sheets, whatever you want to say, so that it'll be easier for me to reach for and stuff in the future if I decide to use them for anything else, which I'm sure I will because I save all my stickers. But anyway, and then here I was just looking at what deco I had left, what I wanted to use. I wanted to try and use as much of it as possible so that my spread could be really full and cute. There's that other pumpkin girly sticker. I really wanted to use it again. And bring, you know, like I said, more orange into the spread. So that is how my week turned out. I absolutely love it. Oh, the sidebar. I didn't do the sidebar yet. So then I was like, okay, I really want to use one of these giant witchy girls. But like, my full boxes were there, and I'm like, I don't really want to have the same girl on the same page, but then I ended up doing it anyway. So I grabbed another box from that extra sticker sheet, and I picked the cat girl because I feel like that's probably my favorite after the pumpkin one. So I grabbed that, even though it was on the same page. I just was like, you know what, just go with it, because when am I going to use this? I don't know. So I stuck it down. I had it kind of over the edge a little bit, so I had to cut off part of her hat, but that's okay. That's something that I tend to do. And then under her, I added one more box, and in those boxes, I ended up writing what I had watched that week, because I didn't put it anywhere in my, you know, spread. So I just wrote in the top box that I watched Where the Heart Is, which I also just watched again yesterday. And then I put in the box under her that I also watched Pride and Prejudice. So I was very into the nostalgia that particular week, and yeah, I absolutely love how it turned out. Um, and I hope you enjoyed this plan with me. I know not everyone enjoys like sped up voiceover videos, but please bear with me as I'm trying to find the easiest way that I can get myself caught up because October is about to end and I really don't want to be doing Halloween spreads in November. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.